Hi there folks, my name is Benji and this is Mind Your Neighbours, your take-home pub quiz. Let's meet the teams.
My name is Lisa Lasagna. I have lived with this beautiful yard for about 38 years. And I'm retired from working for BC Transit for 29 years.
I'm Rob Zacharias, I'm her husband. I'm also retired. I was a transit driver for quite a while, did a bunch of other things, and riding my bike and being out in my kayak for most of this COVID stuff as much as I can.
My name's Jordan. This is Ben.
I'm Ben.
We would have met
Back in like 2000, probably 2000.
Yeah, I remember it.
Went to elementary school together.
I remember the day. That's not true. I don't remember the day.
I've done a pub quiz one time. I don't think you ever have.
No, we do a lot of puzzles.
Really love the board games. Settlers of Catan's one of our go-tos. You guys have all the board games.
It's good because you can, if you win, you can say you're smart, but if you lose, you can just blame luck.
Yeah, absolutely.
So that's something I really rely on.
And it used to be when people played Trivial Pursuit that people didn't want to play against me because I seem to know a lot of the stuff.
Yeah, we're besties.
Yeah.
We're besties.
What a handsome bunch. Welcome all teams. Now the objective is simple. You simply must outscore your neighbours by answering the questions as best as you can. Now you'll have a time allocation for every question. After that time, your captain will give the answer promptly. The top team will win the prize. Okay, are you ready? Question 1 teams. To which orchestral family does the oboe belong?
I think that's going to be the Reeds. What do you think?
Yeah.
I think it's
I think it's woodwind.
Reeds.
Woodwind.
The woodwind family.
Oh, no!
There we go.
We're going to be so good.
I thought that was two different families.
Thought it would win, but I figured you know more about this music stuff than me.
Question 2 teams. Food. The Anjou, the Commies and the Bartlett. These are 3 examples of what?
Mushrooms?
We have a tree in our yard that grows these things.
Yeah, that sounds right. Mushrooms.
So I think we got this one covered.
Fungi.
I don't think it's cherries. I don't think it's plums.
It's pears. They're all pears.
They're all pears. I like pears.
I don't know pears at all.
I just know the pear.
The Battle of the Neighbours has begun. Now we're going to take a short break, but here's one for you at home. Which metallic element is the best conductor of electricity? Is it silver? Is it gold? Or is it platinum? We'll give you the answers when we come back. Welcome back teams. Before the break I asked you, which chemical element is the best conductor of electricity? The answer is silver. Let's see how the teams are doing. Okay teams, have a look at this slide. Now this is a face meld. There are 2 celebrities being blended together to create a new person. I'll give you 1 point for each of the celebrities that you can name.
I'm gonna say the eye and the beard look sort of like Daniel Radcliffe.
Daniel Radcliffe and who's the girl?
I want to say Celine Dion. She's got those flowing locks.
Daniel Radcliffe.
Daniel Radcliffe, Celine Dion.
The lady? That's Elisa Milano. And the man boy? That's Daniel Radcliffe, Harry Potter.
I was gonna say she's in a vampire show,
We got one.
but she looks like every girl in every vampire show.
She was in that magic show.
Your next question is a math question. What is the total of the internal angles of an isosceles triangle?
Is that like 3 times 45?
360 degrees.
It can't be.
You're an engineer. I'm gonna
135.
360 degrees.
Like all triangles, it's 180.
That's what I thought. I should have said something.
Oh,
So
180
embarrassing for you.
Oh, God.
That's so embarrassing. Oh man, I hope no one here works sees that.
Your next question. This is our first double pointer of the day. Can you name for me, please, 2 African countries that begin with the letter T?
Tanzania.
And Togo, is that a country?
Is there one that is Chad start with a T?
No.
That's what I would say.
Tanzania and Chad.
Tanzania and Togo.
Tunisia, that's the classic. Togo, and Tanzania, they were your options.
1 out of 3.
Chad.
To Chad, I thought that was a thing.
Hey, we got 2.
Good work, teams. Let's take a glance at the scoreboard. And now for this.
We're both big Flames fans. Strong believer that had COVID not happened, they would have won. Would have been a huge last quarter for them, but we'll never know now, so I think we can just assume they would have done it all.
The year that I turned 50, I thought I needed to mark it with something really significant, so I did a tandem paragliding off the Malahat and down over Saanich Inlet. It was terrifying and exhilarating and wonderful.
Go Flames, go.
Yeah, go Flames, go.
Go Flames, go. Go Flames, go.
Go Flames, go.
Well, like I said, I love to kayak. I've done some pretty big trips, and probably the most adventuresome was a solo circumnavigation of Vancouver Island, which took me 51 days. So I was out there on my own for most of 2 months, which was pretty cool.
Okay, folks, your next question is an inky dinky. What? What's an inky dinky, I hear you say? Well, an inky dinky is a 2-word phrase. Both the words have got 2 syllables and they rhyme, like inky dinky. Right, so what? Well, I'm going to give you a riddle and you're going to come up with an inky dinky as the answer. Now, let's do a little trial here to make sure we understand what's happening. For example, if I said to you, riddle me this. A risky undertaking involving false teeth. Now, false teeth, denture, a risky undertaking, a venture, a denture, venture. Would be a good example there. Here's one for you to try in the room. If I said to you, riddle me this. A church tower made out of human beings. A church tower made out of human beings. You got it? People, steeple. Right. That's how the game works. Here comes your first inky dinky. Riddle me this one. A dog fit for a monarch.
Queen.
Royal,
King?
Queen,
Weenie Queenie.
Springer, King, or
royal,
King or Springer.
weenie queenie.
It works.
The answer? A regal beagle.
Oh,
oh!
that's so much better than what you said.
Classic trivia question for your next teams. What is the national bird of Australia?
It's not a kiwi.
Dodo.
Cassowary.
Ostrich? No, that's
Oh,
not.
it's that one that kills people with its beak.
An albatross.
Ostrich.
Is it the ostrich? No, it's the emu.
We should have gotten
Yeah,
that one.
we're not doing very well.
Oh, I
Emu.
thought about that too, but I was like, they gotta be where ostriches are.
Ostriches are in Africa. In Chad.
And your last question in this section. There are 2 breakfast cereals on this slide. I'll give you 1 point for each.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch and
Raisin Buds.
The one on the right looks like all bran.
I think it's Bran Buds.
Bran Buds.
Shreddies or shredded wheat.
Yeah, my mom was super into them.
All bran and shreddies.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch and Bran Buds.
Well, we got the naughty one, that's Cinnamon Toast Crunch. I wasn't allowed that when I was a boy. I was allowed, however, all bran. It has its perks.
All
Bran. Bran Buds.
Bran Buds are a good alternative to that.
Okay,
right.
we got one.
We got one.
Good work, teams. We're going to take another break. But here's another one for you at home. Every country has a national sport. But can you tell me what is the national sport of the Vatican City? Is it tiddlywinks? Is it table tennis? Or is it soccer? Answers after the break. Welcome back, folks. Before the break, I asked you, what is the national sport of the Vatican City? The answer, maybe surprisingly, is soccer. Yes, the team were formed in 1974. It took them to 2006, though, to win their first game, when they thrashed some Swiss minnows 5-1 in Rome. Okay, let's have a check on the scores. Right, back to the questions. Teams, by what name is Schubert's Symphony No. 8 better known?
Oh my gosh. You knew woodwinds.
Oh,
The number 8.
I would say unfinished because that's the one that has a famous name for Schubert.
Okay, the Unfinished Symphony.
Schubert Symphony. It's got to be Schubert Symphony.
It's the Unfinished Symphony.
There was no chance of us getting that. I'm not that devastated about that one.
Oh, very
Yes!
We knew that was
Yeah,
gonna
I'm
be
okay
our
with
weak
that
point.
one.
We came in saying symphonies are going to be our weak point.
Take a look at this slide. Now these are two sections of two famous movies. I'll give you 1 point for each of the movies that you can name.
Okay, so that guy and the dog is,
Oh,
The one on the right is the French cartoon character.
yeah.
I have no idea. That looks like Halle Berry, but
Oh, I don't remember it at all though.
The one on the left is afraid. I don't know.
Oh man.
yeah, I don't know. I'm terrible at movies.
I don't know.
Oh man.
The first movie starring Halle Berry, Gothica. The other one, The Man and a Dog, Tintin, a classic. That's my dad's favorite.
Tintin! I should have known Tintin. I was such a Tintin head. growing up.
Gothica.
did not see either one of those.
You got Halle Berry, but he didn't ask that.
I've never seen Tintin.
And your next question, games. Can you name 2 of the female suspects in the game Clue?
Pink one and the yellow one.
There's Miss Scarlett and Mrs. Peacock, I think, are 2 of them.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Made in the grandma.
Miss Scarlett and Mrs. Peacock? Yeah, Mrs. Peacock.
Well, there's Miss Scarlett, there's Mrs. Peacock. Who's that other one? Mrs. White.
Forgot about her, but we only needed 2.
Gotta get on these. Miss White.
Oh, you were pretty
I-
close.
Scarlet and White. Okay.
What did you say? Orange and yellow?
I said purple and yellow?
Okay, let's have a check on the scores. Next question, another inky dinky. Riddle me this one, teams. An unconventional game bird?
Oh man, inky dinky.
Oh.
So, pheasant.
Ostrich. Odd ostrich.
Fowl.
Oh, that's only one syllable.
Say something. Say something.
Freaky ostrich.
Unpleasant pheasant.
How about a quirky turkey?
Oh.
Quirky turkey. Okay, yeah, it's got to rhyme. Okay.
You should have said Christmas bird, not game bird.
Okay, your next question. Numbers and Romans. In Roman numerals, how would you express 2020?
Oh man, jeez. X.
MMXX.
Yeah.
I think we're pretty good on that one.
Psych.
X. X is a function.
I think
Well, 1,000 is an M, and a 10 is X. It would be MMXX.
we were so far
I
away.
didn't know the M's.
I didn't know about the M's either.
M's 10?
We got that one.
Okay, teams, we're down to the crunch. The final question. Oh, it's going to be pandemonium. It's a word grab. On your screen, you can see 8 letters. Now, you're going to have 20 seconds, teams, for your team captain to shout out as many 5-letter words as possible, using any of those letters a maximum of once each. Your time starts now.
Milk.
I think that's one of those 4 letters.
So,
Ringo.
Ringo.
Grain.
5-letter words.
Nurse.
No, there's no U. C-O-E.
Oh.
Field.
Margin. and
Roman.
farm. Oh.
Roman is one.
Oh, that was so hard.
That was super hard.
We
Okay,
didn't
I
do
think
so
that's
well
all
on
we got.
that. Yeah.
Wow, Pointerama. We're going to push to the break. When we come back, we'll have the final scores. But here's a teaser for you at home. True or false? A blind chameleon cannot change colour to suit its surroundings. We'll have the answers when we come back. Welcome back, folks. Before the break, I asked you, can a blind chameleon change its colour to suit its surroundings? It can. It's true. Presumably their friends tell them. Before we go to the final scores, it's time for a mind bender. Pirates. Pirates are popular, not amongst many people on the sea, but for kids and for people who go to movies, pirates are where it's at. Now, did you know pirates, not only having wooden legs, they often have a patch on their eye. Now, that patch on their eye, it's not there because they don't have an eye. It's because when they go downstairs into the galley of the ship, in the daytime, the brightness from the outside in their open eye makes it impossible to see when they go downstairs. So they take off the patch, put it on their other eye, and they can see more clearly downstairs. Clever, eh? Let's take a look at the final scores.
All right, we got that one.
We got it!
Oh,
Oh, I knew it.
what a nightmare.
Pub Game Masters. Pub Game Masters. Pub Game
Masters.
Well done, teams. A powerful mental effort. Now, I hope you enjoyed yourselves at home. This is the end of the quiz. We'll be back next week. Take care and see you soon. Good night.
Mind your neighbours, they live down the road from you. Best behaviours, never know when they're going to do you favours. That's why it's up to you to mind your neighbours.